Hey folks, welcome back. I got this fun little tool in from Nadja Beauty here. And we're going to do a comparison. I haven't opened it yet, as you can see. But everybody is always doing these gradients with sponges. And they're wanting to see how to do it. So we're going to do a comparison and see the difference of all these different types of sponges. We have this sponge with the bigger holes. Then we have the makeup sponge everybody can pick up at Walmart or whatever. And then the new one, it's called a sponge brush. It comes with different heads so that you can use more than one color. Like when I use these sponges here, this is what they look like. I keep them because I use them with gel. Let me get this in the camera for you guys, see? I have a bag full of pretty much every color sponge that I use these for because I can keep reusing them and reusing them and reusing them with the same color, and I could just turn it to this edge for purple. I could turn it to this, see? It works. I don't mind having to keep them in the drawer because I really like the effect of this sponge. I'm very excited to use this handheld sponge because these holes are quite a bit smaller than these and these ones, so you can get a completely different effect. When you compare, I'm going to keep these two here for you guys to see. This tip is from this sponge and this tip is from this sponge. Now, let's see if I can actually get the difference to show up. Can you see the holes in here? From using that bigger sponge, and see how this one has barely any holes. This one took 2 or 3 coats. This one only took 1 coat. I only had to do this one time. I had to do this 2 or 3 times to show up. However, both still work. Both still look great. I just don't like seeing the holes all the time. And these end up getting thrown away after I use them instead of being kept. Mostly because they don't have the convenience of the stick and they get super messy. They're cheap enough to do that with, so it doesn't really bother me. Now that we have this little fun tool, I see myself using it more because I won't throw it away like these. When the heads get too used up, you can either cut off these pieces that are no longer working or throw it away and buy new heads. If you only use it in gel, you should be able to always reuse it as long as you never accidentally cure that spot. And it should, you keep them good, dust-free in the bag. You should be good to go. Okay, opening this up here. I'm going to keep the spare heads in the bag because I don't need them yet. You got a pointy one and a more round one. Pointy end. And a more round end. So the round end, I would assume you could just use like on the ends. And the pointy one would be more like around the cuticle area, so you don't have to use so much of that stuff on the sides there. I've never used this, so this is going to be fun for all of us. And can everybody see it? I have the camera really zoomed up, so I'm trying to show you guys how big it is, which you can't really see. Does that work? Okay. So what we're going to use first is just gel polish. I have my nice buffed out handy dandy tip here, and papaya pink gel polish is what we will be using. Also white, sorry, it's just called white. Okay, so what I did for the other two, I'm going to do the exact same steps that I did on these two, on this, with the other sponge, so that the differences are all the same. So what I did first was put a little bit of pink, a little bit more than halfway up the nail, halfway down the nail, like 3/4, I guess. See, like that. Nice, see, 3/4, okay. Then do not cure it, don't cure it. Put your white on right away, but just don't touch them together so that you don't like mess up your brush, right? Okay, so we've got nice placement here. Okay, I only want to use one corner of this so that it's always the white and pink. So I'm just going to dab and go all the way around. Okay, and see how it kind of like soaked up the white, but faded it at the same time? Now do your flash cure. I have a LED as well as UV combo light, so I only need to put it in for 10 seconds and won't really have to fast up the video for it. Okay, so here's the sponge. See the pink and white? The pink is going to transfer so much better than the white. Oh, 10 seconds is up. So all I'm going to do, instead of placing the white on the tip, I wanted to get it on the same spot of the sponge to save on space. I'm actually just going to put my white gel right in the same spot where the white is on the sponge. Just for a little extra, as well as right on the end here. It's kind of doesn't really need to be perfect. It's supposed to be messy when you do a gradient. So I'm going to line up my sponge to make sure it's in the right spot and dab again. There. So this sponge with having the smaller holes is almost identical to this sponge. Let's see, that's the second coat. This sponge, we had to do 4 coats to get it to be that seeable. So we're on the second coat with this sponge. So let's see. It's not too bad. Let's maybe just do 1 more coat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tiniest amount of pink right here. And I'm going to put a bit more white. Again, what else is new? This will only be the 3rd coat. I don't think that it'll need a 4th. Okay. And again, dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. Oh gosh, I need that dab emoji to put there. I don't have that. Sorry guys. It won't be on the video. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Oh, pretty, pretty. I'm just moving it up a bit. Want a little bit more gradient up there. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo. Yeah, I'm happy with 3 coats. I don't need 4. Okay, finish your flash cure before the top coat. I'm going to do 30 seconds instead of 10 seconds, just from all the dabbing and stuff, just to make sure everything's really, really, really cured. And we are also using matte top coat today. See? I'll flip the video. Oh, you guys won't tell that it's fake. See, look. Oh, look at my natural nails. I'm not wearing gloves. Mostly because I ran out. Waiting for them to come in the mail. Usually I always have gloves on for a video because you get it everywhere. But that looks nice. Okay, let's put the top coat on and then compare the 3. You want to do your full 2-minute cure now just to make sure that everything's been cured out. I'm only doing 10 seconds just for the video, but if you were on like someone's client's nails or whatever, you have to do your full 2 minutes or it won't have a proper cure. Wipe if you have a tacky layer on the top coat that you're using. If not, then don't. Okay. So the first one over right here is going to be the sponge. So I'm going to move that in the camera so you can see. And then that's the last one, and that's the middle one. So we can all compare what we did here. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this one used that sponge. This one used that sponge. And this one used that sponge. Does that make sense? Okay, now can we see the difference? These two look almost identical. Actually, they do look identical. And this one has the bigger holes. So that's what the difference is. This handy dandy handheld brush will do your gradients just like this one. However, these ones, when you do it in paint, you have to throw away and it dries up and you end up having to use a lot. These ones you can use in gel, and you can just go to the other side for a different color. When it gets all gummed up, go to the other side. When you can't use them anymore, you can cut them just like these, and you can throw them away just like these, and you can buy replacements just like those. I feel like this is a little handier being a pen than this. It's a little less absorbent. I only had to do 3 coats with this. I had to do 4 coats with this. This absorbs the gel like crazy. This does as well, but not as much. This is always going to be my favorite. However, the holes are too big with this, and that really, really bothers me. So this might be my new favorite. We'll have to see. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed this comparison tutorial, and I hope you learned a little bit about sponges. This new tool is called the sponge brush, or magic sponge brush or something. Actually, you know what? That's horrible. I can't even remember what the name of it to order. I'll post it in the link of the video, and then you guys will know exactly what it's called and where to get it. Happy nailing, everybody! Again, I hope you enjoyed what we did here today. I hope you learned something, but most of all, I hope you had fun. Nail on!